us
This
that
this
as Dr.
conference will now be recorded.
Okay, thank you. So, as Dr. Prashant has already told us, that reading comprises of three sections: task A, task B, and task C. But out of these three sections of reading, task A sometimes seem to be very significant amongst its other alternatives, like part B and part C. But why is it so? It is so because the reading subtest part A comprises of 20 questions. We know that the entire reading subtest of the OET examination comprises of the 45 minutes and 42 questions. So there are 42 questions in reading subtest of the OET examination, out of which 20 questions are alone in the reading subtest part A. So this is the reason why reading part A is very important whenever the entire reading subtest is concerned. Although B and C are also equally important, but the weightage as per according to the marks of reading subtest part A. So we have to pay our entire focus and concentration in an order to crack very efficiently the reading task A. So the reading section comprises of three parts, and out of those three parts, part A is expeditious reading task. Now, what is expeditious reading task? It means that you have to show speed and swiftness while solving the questions of part A. There are 20 questions of part A, and there are 15 minutes to solve that section. So this means that for one question, we have 45 seconds. For one question of part A, we have 45 seconds. And 45 seconds is substantial, a great amount of time when it comes to solve any question of English. So we have, and I believe that we are very much capable to achieve 20 out of 20 marks in reading task A. Part B and part C are careful reading tasks, and they require a little bit more of time and focus and concentration. They comprise of 22 marks, but if your confidence is built up while solving the reading task A and you are able to achieve 20 marks, full 20 marks, then nobody can beat you in the OET examination. So today we will pay our entire focus and concentration, and we will learn certain strategies to solve reading part A. So just gear up your seat belts, tighten up your seat belts, and be very, very focused, because today you're going to learn a very new thing. And I believe that when this session is over, you would be able to crack the reading task A very efficiently, and you would start believing that out of the entire OET examination, of course, many students fail in the writing section that we have been covering in very detail at Teach You Academy. And today I am starting reading section with you, and this also we would cover in very detail. And I assure you that reading would seem very, very easy to you. The reading section would be very easier. It would start seeming very easy to you after this class gets over. So let us begin. Now, whenever I have taken any class of yours, I have taken a number of sessions at this platform Teach You Academy, and you know that your Manoj sir always gives you a mantra for solving any sort of OET section. May it be reading, may it be writing, may it be listening, or may it be reading, writing, listening, or speaking. Whenever these four sections are there, Manoj sir would always come up with a mantra for all of you. So today also, whenever we talk about strategies, we come up with a mantra. Most of the people would have discussed so many strategies with you, but when actual examination takes place, when you are in the examination hall, all the strategies seem to be very, I should say, void and null. You become absent-minded. You try to recall those strategies, but you are unable because of the nervousness of the examination. So my mantra would ensure that there is no nervousness when you write your OET examination. When you give your OET examination, there shall be no nervousness, and you would be able to crack your reading section. Today we are taking part A. In the next sessions we will be taking part B and part C, and you would be able to crack all these sections in flying colors. So what is this Manoj Sir mantra? But before that, I want to tell you something. You know, Greeks have given the world a number of things. The Greek civilization, the Greek people, the natives of Greece, they have given this world a number of things. Now, why are we discussing Greeks here? I will tell you, just be patient. So, Greeks have given us what not. What not has been given to us by Greeks? Astrology, numerology, democracy, theater, telescope, and a number of things. Greeks have given us a number of things. A number of inventions have come from Greeks. So let us take a little bit more help from the Greeks, and we will take the help from the Greeks with regards to our OET reading part A. So let us see. Now comes Manut's mantra. Now Manut's mantra is a very small word, an acronym, or you can say a mnemonic, which is Greek. So Greeks have always helped the mankind. Greeks have always given this world so much, and we are so thankful to them for leading our civilization to such high extents. So once again, I asked Greeks that can you help us with OET readings section part A? So they said yes. Why can't we help you? So again, Greeks have come to help us with OET reading part A. Now, how would Greeks help us? Be patient. I will be telling you very quickly. Greeks would help us this way. G stands for glide. G stands for glide. So now in reading subtest part A, there are 4 texts given to you. So what you have to do is that you just scroll your eyes through the texts. Do not read completely the sentences, the phrases, and the lines given in your reading text, all the 4 texts. You just scroll your eyes the way you scroll the mouse of your laptop or computer. Similarly, you scroll your eyes, you sweep up your eyes over all the 4 texts of the reading part A. You smoothen your eyes very quickly over the lines, very quickly over the lines. So the first G stands for, out of this Greek, the first G is gliding. You glide over the texts and try to run swiftly. Try to glide quickly. You do not have to read it like a novel or a story very patiently or focusedly. You have to glide your eyes over the text just to make sure as to what each text is actually trying to signify to. Now R is for rush. Just hurry up glancing all the 4 texts. Just rush over them. You simply brush up the lines, words, phrases with your eyes. You just brush them up with your eyes. But remember one thing, while rushing and brushing, just jot down hints amidst the text wherever you find. Now what you have to do is that you take a pencil with you in the examination hall, and while you are rushing through the texts with your eyes, while you are rushing and you're gliding over the texts of your eyes, you take the help of your pencil and you jot down hints near the texts. By the side of the text on the paper, you can jot down hints. What hints? Like medicines, age, genders, numbers, texts, figures, and facts. And there are several other things that you can jot down or you can underline quickly. Very quickly you can underline with the help of a pencil the texts while you are rushing through them. So this is why the Greeks have told me while I was sleeping last night. Greeks came in my dream and they have given all this to me. So what did I'm just joking. What does the second R of this Greeks is telling us? The first G is you glide your eyes, you scroll and swipe your eyes through the text. The second is you rush through the text, and while you are rushing, you take the help of a pencil. You jot down points while brushing your eyes amidst the text. Now, E, you escalate. This is very, 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 very important. All of you, please be very careful. You escalate. Now, what is this escalation? You know, the first 5 to 7 questions in your reading subtest A, they are only related to the text. You have to write the name of the text in which that certain a condition has arrived. Your first 5 to 7 questions are regarding the name of the text. There are 4 texts A, B, C, and D. So you have to write as to the information given to you comes from which texts. So what you have to do is that you do nothing. These first 5 to 7 questions, while you are climbing these questions, these 5 to 7 questions is your escalator. These are your staircase. This is your ladder. So while you are solving your first 5 to 7 questions, the entire concept of the 4 texts would be clear to you, and you would now, after solving these 5 to 7 questions, you would be in a condition to understand as to what these 4 texts are actually implying to. So the first 5 to 7 questions are your escalator. You escalate these first 5 questions very focusfully, very carefully. So the first 3 G, R, and E, Greek. The first is glide, second is you rush, and third is escalate. And when you are escalating, be focused. The second F, that is the 4th letter of Greek, the second E, it comes for exactness. You remain very much accurate and precise with spellings, words, and phrases. Make sure that the word given in the text is the same as your answer is. There should be no mismatch regarding the spelling, the words, or the phrases. You have to write the exact answer as it is given to you in the text. And the last K, K is for, can you guess what K stand for? K stand for keywords. So be very efficient and able to recognize code words or keywords from the questions in order to get quick answers. For example, suppose somebody is asking you that when was paracetamol discovered? So paracetamol is your code word. Paracetamol is your keyword. The second keyword is discover. So you search for these 2 words amongst your 4 texts as to where the information regarding the discovery of paracetamol is given. So you have to find and recognize keywords from the questions, not from the texts, from the questions. So let us look at our mnemonic once again. Manu's mantra says that while solving reading part A, the Greeks would help you. And how will the Greeks help you? Greeks will help you by giving you that you glide through the texts. You rush over the texts, but remember that while rushing, you are able to jot down important hints with the help of a pencil, or you underline important information that seems to you in the text. Then you escalate. While you are escalating through the first 5 to 7 questions, what you do is that the entire concept of the text is clear to you, and the remaining 22 questions would be very, very easy to you. Be very exact regarding the words and spellings, and try to recognize keywords from the questions. So now we will try to solve a sample paper from OET's official website that has recently been launched. So this is a question paper This is how the question paper would be given to you. Reading subtest test booklet part A, and this is regarding burns, management of burns. So we will try to solve 20 questions with the help of this information that is being provided as a sample test on the OET official website. So text A. So what you have to do is that remember Manut's mantra. Remember Manut's mantra. So I would show you how to follow Greek. I will show you how to follow Greek. So first we will glide and rush through the texts. What we will do is that we will glide and rush through the texts, the first G and R of Greek. And what we will do is that since I have a laptop, I cannot use a pencil over here, but you would be having a pencil during the examination, so you can make help of a pencil. I'm using a highlighter over here on the laptop. Now I will rush through text A and you also rush. So this is regarding burn depths. Now I will, here this second degree is important. This second degree is important for me. So I will highlight it. Also, there are mixed burns. The third degree burn is also here. I will highlight it. Tissue damage is also important for me. I'm just gliding mixed burn depths. Resuscitation, here I will highlight this also. Now, without wasting much time, I am rushing towards text B, fluid resuscitation. Here, burn area. This total body to surface area is important. And in this 10% children is also important, and close 10% elderly is also important for me. 2 cannulation is also important. I would just underline it. Adults, this is Hartmann solution 3 to 4 ml. I will underline this also. It might be important for us. And this is 8 hours is also first 8 hours. Let us underline this also. I'm very quickly rushing. This is regarding body weight. Okay, so this is regarding body weight, and we will try to rush towards this also. Now I'm rushing towards text C. This is regarding management of burns, and jewelry, cooling, jewelry, etc. are given. Pain control is also important. Let us underline this. Blister, infection, these are important. Blister, infection, they might be important. I'm underlining this also very quickly. You can also do it. This is antibiotic ointment. Let us underline this also. This might be very important. This is text T now. Text T is adult analgesic guidelines, and I'm rushing through it. You also rush on your screens. Just glide and rush and try to jot down important points. So here medications are given. This is 72 hours. It might be important for me, I believe. So I will underline this also. And so this is all. So this was our text. I have rushed through it. I have rushed through the text. I have jotted down important information that might seem to me. And now what I will do is that I'm going to come to my questions. I will come to my questions now. So these were my texts. These were my 4 texts. And these are the questions. So I am coming to question number 1 to 5. So these are, I told you, escalator now. So GR, we have glided and rushed through the texts. Now we will escalate. We will escalate. We will escalate through these 5 questions. So the first question is age-related considerations for initial treatment of burn injuries. Now the code word, keyword in this question is age. Age is the code word. So I will rush to my texts and I will see as to in which one the age was given. So in text A, there was regarding third degree, second degree burns. In text B, there was surface area, children, elderly. So children, elderly might be helpful for me, but I will not give my answer quickly. I will go to text C also. So text C is regarding the management of burn. Here age is not given. Text D also, medications and time is given. Age is not given. So age is given. Where is age is given? Age is given nowhere. But children and elderly are given. So for this question, my answer would be B. My answer would be B. Why? See what happened that I was not given age in all the four texts. Look once again at the strategy. What is the strategy? The strategy is Greek. We are gliding and rushing over the texts and we are escalating through the first 5 questions. So in text A, there was regarding the degree of the burn, the extent of the burns. Text B was about the surface area of the burnt area of the body, and children and elderly were also given. Text C was regarding management, and text D was regarding medications. So age was given nowhere, but children and elderly are given. So I would not waste much of my time thinking here and there. I would immediately write my answer here as B. Now let us come to question number 2. The risks involved in certain treatments and risk. This is our code word, risk and treatment. So we will rush towards our text. First one. The first one is regarding the stages of the burn. So I will not get my answer here. Text B, here medications are given. I'm just gliding here. Let us come to text C. Here possible word is there. So whenever there is word possible, there is risk also. So if possible begin fluid resuscitation, there are difference of opinions. So if there are difference of opinions, there might be risks also. Some suggest leaving intact, blisters intact. Most agree that skin should be removed. So always prevent infection in any non-superficial one. So my answer would come from here. Here direct word risk is not given. Directly the word risk is not given, but there are possibilities and views and opinions regarding the management of burns. So I would immediately write my answer here as C. I will write my answer as C over here. Now third question, when to start thinking about specialist treatment options? Specialist treatment options, when should we start thinking about them? Let us come to our texts once again. So this is text A. In text A, there was no treatment. Let us stop wasting our time. Text B was regarding fluid resuscitation. Text C was management and text D was regarding the management of medicines. So quickly I will write my answer as D over here without wasting much time, because specialist treatment is given in D. Now fourth question, treatment informed by patient self-assessment. The code word is self-assessment. Let us rush through our texts. Where is self-assessment given? Self-assessment must be given somewhere between management of burn. Let me rush through it. Or adult analgesic guidelines. Patient management. Here there is a word patient management. So let us try to see if I can find my answer here. See, if you are unable to find your answer quickly, you jump to another question, but do not waste much time over one question. But we will find our answer over here. Our question, let us look at our question once again. The question was treatment informed by patient self-assessment. Treatment informed by patient self-assessment. So patient self-assessment. Here it's given. Patient management should be guided by individual case and clinical judgment. So I will find my answer, pain scored elicited from patient. So I haven't got my answer exactly, but I know my answer would be in D. I know my answer would be in D, because in D there is treatment, entire list of treatment. So the answer would certainly come from text D, and we do not have to waste much of our time. Let us come to question number 5. How to categorize the severity of a burn? So severity of a burn was classified in text A, the first degree, second degree, third degree burns. So without wasting much time, we will give our answer as A. Now we have escalated through the first 5 questions. We will come to question number 6 to 13. So here we have to write simply words or phrases. So the first question is classification of burns. Now classification was given in text A. Depends upon the amount of, let us see what is the answer. Depends upon the amount of caused. So can you write your answer in the chat window? Can you write your answer in the chat window? I'm going to show you text. Classification of burn injuries depend on the amount of. The answer is depends upon the amount of yes, tissue damage. Yes, very nice. The answer is tissue damage. Amount of tissue damage. Question number 7. Patients recovering from third degree burns. Now third degree burns was given in text A. So we will quickly jump to text A. Patients recovering from third degree burns are likely to experience a great deal of shrinkage and what? Let us look here. Third degree burns are here. So patients recovering. Recovering means healing, and we have underlined healing here. Healing associated with considerable contraction and scarring. So our answer is scarring. Scarring of their skin. Scarring of their skin. Question number 8. When evaluating mixed depth burns, again mixed depth burns was in text A. You should take into account how the burn looks and whether there is a in the affected area. Please read the question once again. When evaluating mixed depth burns, you should take into account how the burn looks and whether there is a, let us come to our text, mixed depth burn, whether there is a presence of sensation. Presence of sensation. So our answer will be there is sensation in the affected areas. Sensation in the affected area. Question number 9. You should cool burn injuries by taking off any or jewelry. So jewelry was in text C. Management of burn. Here I underline jewelry. So our answer would be in text C. Let us read question 9 once again. You should cool burn injuries by taking off any or jewelry that the patient is wearing. Let us see as to what the answer is. By removing any hot clothing. The answer is hot. Very nice. Very nice, Aisha. The answer is hot clothing. Let us come to question number 10. When cooling the wound, make sure that you don't put the patient at risk of, let us come at our text when cooling the burn. Now, where is cooling the burn given? Cooling the burn. We have to cool the burn. It must be somewhere in here. Cooling. Here, cooling is here. Please see. Cooling. I am underlining it. So my answer is here. Cool the wound, not the patient, taking care not to cause hypothermia. The answer is hypothermia. The answer is hypothermia. Patient is at risk of hypothermia. Hypothermia. So did you see the Greek technology is so helpful for us? Question number 11. The patient may require a booster depending upon when they were last immunized. So let us, this is regarding medication, and medication is on text D. So a booster is required. Management these medications are given in B, C, and D. So we will read our question once again. Let us read the question once again. Question number 11. The patient may require a booster depending on when were they last immunized. Let us see. Last immunized. Here, immunization is given. Please see. In text C, the code word immunization is given. I have highlighted it. So, tetanus. The answer is tetanus booster. Answer is tetanus booster should be given. Tetanus booster should be given. Question number 12. You should consider leaving undisturbed as these may help prevent infection. So infection was in text C. Infection, I highlighted it. See here. Infection, I have highlighted. So you should remain blister intact. The answer is blister. The answer is leaving blister undisturbed or intact. Undisturbed or intact. Blister. Question number 13. You should apply ointment containing to all deeper burns. Let us see the answer. Ointment should contain what? Application of antibiotic in the form of ointment. I already underlined it. Using my technology R. Rushing through the text and doing what? Jotting down important points. So the answer is antibiotic. Containing antibiotic. Now, question number 14. In the case of mixed depth burns. So mixed depth burns was in text A. So what factor determines the local treatment to give? Let us come to text A, and it is regarding mixed depth burn. So text A, mixed depth burn. Average depth. Local treatment should be based on the burn thickness. Here it's given local treatment. I'm highlighting it. Local treatment on the burn thickness. So our answer would be burn thickness. Burn thickness. Thickness is the answer, or you can write burn thickness also. Either you can write thickness or you can write burn thickness. Question number 15. What is the maximum number of tries recommended for attaching a drip? Now I jotted this also. Number of tries of attaching drips. Here it was given 2 cannulation attempts. The answer is 2. I already highlighted it. The answer is 2. Okay, now how much resuscitation fluid should a child receive per kilo over 20 kg? Now child was given in text B, children, and the question is How much resuscitation fluid should a child receive per kilo over 20 kg? Over 20 kg. Let us see. For extra kg, give 100 ml kg for the first 10 kg, 50 ml per kg for the next 10 kg. So this makes 20 kg weight plus 20 ml per extra kg. So here, just look here. Here it is given that 100 ml for first 10 kg, next 10 kg 50 ml. So 20 kg is covered, and beyond 20 kg 20 ml per extra kg should be given. So our answer should be 20 ml per kg. Answer should be 20 ml per kg. The answer should be 20 ml per kg. Question number 17. Before attaching a fluid resuscitation drip to a 9-year-old burns patient, what percentage of the body needs to be affected? Now, body surface area was given in text B. Text B. So 9-year-old is a children. So it should be 10% in children. Since 9 years, they are trying to revolve you. The OET people are trying to confuse you. So they haven't wrote children. They have written 9-year-old. So the answer is 10%. Answer is 10%. Question number 18. What additional analgesic is recommended in the first instance for a patient with a moderate level of pain? So this is in text D. We know this. And for moderate. So what analgesic should be given? Recommended analgesic. Answer is tramadol. In moderate pain, it's tradamol. So the answer is tradamol. Tramadol. Question number 19. What route should be used to administer ibuprofen to children? Ibuprofen. Let us see. Ibuprofen is given here. Orally. The answer is orally. The answer is orally. Now the last question. After how long should a patient's pain relief regime be re-evaluated? So pain was in text D. So after how long? 72 hours. 72 hours and 72 hours. I highlighted it. So we have solved all our 20 questions correctly without any fault or mistake. And this is how the Greek technology has helped us in solving reading test part A. So these were the answers, and what we did is that we made use of Greeks. We made use of Greeks. So I am once again, I will show you the Manut's mantra. Now what does Manut's mantra says? The Manut's mantra says that Greek. And what we have to do is that glide, rush, and jot down the points. Escalate through the first 5 questions. When you have solved the first 5 questions, you can easily recognize as to which point was in which text. Be exact while answering regarding the spellings of medications, medicines, diseases, words, and phrases, and try to recognize keywords from the questions. Keywords should be from the questions. So I hope that all of you must have enjoyed this session, and today we have learned how to solve reading part A. Similarly, using Manut's mantra and with the help and collaboration of Teach Academy, we would be able to solve reading part B and C also very easily, quickly, efficiently, and I assure you that you would be able to achieve full marks in OET reading section. There would be no loopholes left because Teach Academy is with you. So thank you very much for joining us. Now I take a leave. Thank you.
Thank you, Manu sir, for the excellent session. He has made us part A so easy for us. And so, guys, please pay attention on especially reading part A, because this is the most important module of the reading. Because if you score even 18, 19 in part A, you're already halfway through. So just focus on the points what Manu sir has given to us, and you can easily pass part A. Um, Anita has written, please upload this class on YouTube. So Anita, we will upload this class soon. So don't worry about that. All our previous session we have already uploaded on YouTube. So even if you have missed our previous session, you can watch on YouTube channel, which is by the name Teacher Academy. If you just type Teacher Academy on YouTube, you can find all our previous session on our channel. So just watch our previous session and you can gain from there. And guys, we are getting a request that it's better, like people are booking their writing session with Teachio and they want us to check the writings on the same day. So guys, this is a difficult task for Teachio, because amount of writing checks we are getting, and our writing check is bit complicated, because this is checked first by the doctor or nurse according to your profession, and then we send to an English teacher. So it takes about 1 to 2 days. So guys, please be patient, and please wait for your uh, for the time. At least give us 2 days to check your writing check. So guys, if you have any other questions, queries, you can just type in chat window, and just we are winding up our session for today. And even if you have any other query, you can just mail on our Gmail at teacheracademy@gmail.com. So thank you everyone for joining us today, and thank you, Manus sir. Thanks.